Good morning, fam. It's like 6:30 in the morning. We're going to the site, walk the dogs, and drop off Preston. So last week we hit a little snag on their house build, and I'll explain what it is. One of the other thing that we had to do when we're out here on the site is feed our ducks, or Preston's ducks, before, like, it's almost 7. Yeah, it's part of the morning routine. I don't know if I could even still call that a site, or is it just, it's a house now. So anyways, so we have to come over here, feed Preston's ducks in the morning. I can't wait till we can move in so Preston could wake up and feed them himself. And I think some of the ducks are pregnant. So let me show you guys real quick the ducks. So there's the duck pen. There's a little swimming pool over there. Some of them gets out, some of them hangs out on the roof. There's a little hole over there that they get out from. They're a little dirty now because it's been raining and it's been muddy. Yep, this is our routine. Pretty much. Thanks to Preston. There's Daffy. Where's Donald? Oh, there's Donald. Yeah, so let me go get the feeds. Mix in a couple or several cups of it in water. Into a wet consistency, and it's enough. Mix it a little bit. We do this twice a day. Not to mention we have chickens to feed as well. I think the chickens have enough food right now. And yeah, that's why we can't wait till we move in, because not only that we don't have to drive over here, although it's not that far of a drive, but like getting ready, loading up the dogs to walk, all that stuff. It's a lot easier. We just wake up, open your gate, and you're there. So now we have to go drop off Preston's. Make sure you message Bernie that they need to switch the solar back to more again, because I switched it to solar so it charges the battery in the morning. Yeah. So I also found out that with solar, you can't really charge your battery via your utility or electric company switch. It charges via solar panels. So yeah, that was a question that I had, because before they installed it, the the installers were saying that we're just charging the battery from the utility first before we install it. That way it has some kind of a charge in there. So, but apparently you can't do it once it's installed, which is no problem. We checked the battery last night when it was blackout or power. There's a power outage. It was at like 85%, and the only reason why it was 85%, number one, it's gloomy, and number two, they actually switched it back to utility because they were using the welder. So when you're using a welder, I'm not sure about heating gun and stuff like that, but when you're using a welder, it's recommended that you switch back to your utility or electric company power source, because it would be too much for the what do you call this? Oh, it's too much for the solar to carry. It will trip it because it uses too much power, like at one time, at one burst. So aside from being the solar, part of the solar system here, you had to have a rapid shut off. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the previous videos, but there's a rapid shut off that they should be inspecting, but the inspectors didn't. But yeah, so the rapid shut off is in case of fire or whatnot. So yeah, this on a normal day, that's our routine. We actually, in a normal morning, that's our routine. We load up the dogs, go to the site, go to the house, feed the ducks, feed the chicken, walk the dogs, all that, and then go back and drop off Preston. Like literally that's it. And if it's raining, we drop off Candy. Okay, so we're just waiting for Preston. He's getting ready to drop off the dogs, waiting for Preston so we could drop him off. He's actually a tad late right now. Weather today, it's a little gloomy, although the sun's trying to come out, but it's definitely gloomy. It says 100% rain. Yeah, so one of the things that they're surprised when we got here is how we always look at weather. Because back in the States, we had to, like, we're used to checking on the weather, so you could tell if you need to bring a jacket, a raincoat, or whatever. And we brought that here, just like a habit. Alright, so in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that we hit a snag on the build. So what that was about our occupancy permit. So here in the Philippines, before you could move into a house, you need to apply for that permit. So with the occupancy permit, there's a bunch of engineers, architects and stuff that goes to your house that works for the government, that inspect for safety. So there's a couple things that's inspecting for safety that they're looking for. Smoke alarms, fire extinguishers, and like structure wise, like in terms of like handrails on the staircase and stuff like that, and other electronic gadgets you have that's supposed to be in the plan. So we have a, number one, we have a what do you call this, CCTV, but it wasn't part of the plan. It was like it wasn't part of the electrical plan, but it was easy enough to have the abang for it, meaning like having it what do you call this, have an outlet for the CCTV already, and a line going through. So architect and the electrical engineer actually went ahead and do that. It's basically an additional to the plan that's not on the original one, so you need to have it. There's fees and permits involved with that, so we just took it down, covered it all up, so it's not a problem. So when they came here, we made sure that we weren't here. Everything is done correctly. We abide by the checklist that they gave us. So they did inspect it. According to our worker, poor Bernie, well, shout out to Bernie, that they actually went in there like really quick. They didn't even like, you know, thoroughly inspect it. So, and then for some reason, one paper says everything okay, it checks out, but there's another paper underneath it that says, oh, you need fire extinguishers, in the fire extinguishers in the kitchen, you need emergency light, you need a sticker on your sliding doors, a strip, you know, so you know that there's a sliding door there, so you don't bump into it. So that leads us to question the inspection. I'm like, we're not building a commercial building where we need to have emergency lights and a sticker on the sliding door. You know, that's not part of our that's not part of the plan, or you know, the aesthetics that we wanted. So what happened was, and then they didn't even see the fire extinguisher. We had 3 fire extinguishers, and 2 20-pounder and 1 10-pounder fire extinguishers, and none of them saw that. So I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, it's on top of the architect actually had me take it out underneath the sink and have it put it on top of the counter, the kitchen counter, that way they'll see it. And then they flagged that down as well, that there wasn't fire extinguisher. So what architect did, oh, and for the emergency light, we're solar, so I don't know what kind of emergency light they want, but we could turn on all the lights and the air conditioning if they want, if we have a blackout here. So what architect did was took pictures of the smoke alarms. They said there's no smoke alarms and stuff like that. There is smoke alarms in there. Took a picture of the smoke alarm, took a picture of the what do you call this, the solar system that we have, and what do you call this, the fire extinguisher as well, and emailed it back to the city and the group that inspected it. So hopefully that goes through. He's following up on it, and hopefully we could do that so we can start moving in some stuff here slowly while they're working on minor stuff in the house. Yeah, so yeah, it's you know, one of the stuff they have to go through when you're here in the Philippines, like different process and stuff. For us, as long as we have the checkbox checked on the requirements, that's good enough for me. And they could, if they want to argue that, they could argue with me about that one. But so far it's good. Hopefully we get the permit approved by I'm gonna say next week, hopefully, or end of this week, which is right now. Which is today. But hopefully by next week, that way we could start moving some stuff in and all that. We still haven't tested the water yet, the water pressure, because we are putting together the canopy for the water filtration, because there's electricals in it and it needs to be protected by from the weather. Yeah, so that's the snag that we hit. If it was all okay and didn't, you know, if they just inspected thoroughly what we did and all that, it would have been approved. But you know, it is what it is. Let's roll with the punch. Let's just get this going so we could get this done ASAP. So anyways, yeah, Let me show you guys what they're doing in the water filter canopy that they're doing. That's Bernie, master grouter. Galog. So that's what we're doing. Just a canopy on top of this. We're actually gonna move that to there. That way it doesn't get wet. Look at that. Yeah, no need of safety stuff. Hindi na kinanlan ng mga safety gloves. Why na apron? Wala na. Hindi na uso. There you go. They're working on the cabinets. That's Fernando Po. Panday. That's James. Shout out to James. Mag-away na sila ba sa isang palma?
Kasi nga, nice.
Nakita mo na ng bunga yan ha? Ha? Diriw? At nakita ta na da. Oo, swa. Butang sa swa dala sa kilid eh. Dito? Dira oh. Oo, diri si swa. Para mas lapit-lapit pa gid siya sa ano eh.
Short ka? Diri si swa? Oo, magdaan sa bagay.
Diri man yung kapalaba ta diyo. I'll rather have this closer to the dirty kitchen. Mag ano ka bala? Mabutang ka di ano lamisa o kung ano. Hindi na pagubo ng ano, pader?
May gamay na. May gamay na yapas. Harap yung mga pala.
Sabi ko na tapos mo ng dalumagdan. Ah, grout gali oh, gali. Manong working on the outside flooring. Para daw ba...
What's up, it's your boy?
Para daw ba to gitsuray ah. Ayos. We gotta work on something here. There's stagnant water, so probably put a little channel right here going to the outside. Alright fam, that's the vlog for today. Thank you for subscribing and keeping your comments coming in so we could answer some of them as we get them, and you know, the notification bell thing and whatever that is. But anyways, so I know a lot of you guys were asking about the cost of the house and stuff. We will make a video once it's all done. We still have to calculate what we added on top of the proposal that the architect sent us for this house. You might be surprised, we might be surprised on how it ended up compared to the houses that we've been looking at when we were house hunting before. Those ready-made houses, houses that needs to be renovated and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that one on the future video. So again, thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you guys on the next. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big bag.